The safety and durability of wind turbines in North Dakota is being questioned following an incident late last month in Williams County.
KX News reporter Robert Sir has the story.
It doesn't take an expert to realize North Dakota is a windy state. At times, those winds can be extreme. And in a state that is one of the leaders in wind energy, just how safe are those towering turbines? Late last month, a viewer sent us this video of a turbine apparently damaged by strong winds October 30th, northwest of Tioga. The turbine is part of the Aurora Wind Farm being built by Enel Green Power in Williams County. I reached out to them for details on what happened and got a statement in part saying they believe wind speeds were not a factor in the damage to the turbine and that the investigation is ongoing. But information obtained by KX News describes several errors believed to be made by the contractor while building the turbine that allowed it to spin out of control, resulting in the damage. That has caused concern about the durability of turbines in high winds. I spoke with the American Wind Energy Association about the fail-safes of turbines.
Wind turbines can undergo or do undergo controlled shutdowns when wind speeds go above roughly 55 miles per hour. In other cases, the wind blades will also, or the wind will also feather or point into the wind to reduce their surface area. In some instances, although not as common, not as often, blades can even lock down to ride out severe gusts.
North Dakota has over 1,500 turbines, and the Aurora Wind Farm is being built in an area that averages a wind speed of 20 miles per hour at 80 meters above ground. That's about 260 feet up. All wind farms are overseen by the North Dakota Public Service Commission. One of those commissioners is Julie Fedorchik, who tells me the incident raises a few red flags about workers' safety.
The crane operators have to be really highly skilled. All the people on the construction site need to know the protocols and the safety mechanisms that exist in these turbines to safely construct them, attach to the blades, and make them operational.
She adds it's important to note that this turbine was not yet operational and no one was injured. Work at the site has slowed as the investigation is continuing and new parts are being ordered. A full report on the accident is expected soon. No word yet on any penalties or fines for the contractor or Enel Green Power. Reporting for KX News in Bismarck, I'm Robert Sir.
Commissioner Fedorchik adds in her 8 years on the PSC, she's never heard of anything catastrophic happening with a turbine, such as the blade flying off while in operation.
Well, stay tuned. Still to come.